Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another live stream. Yes, we are reviewing the weekend's action, of course, as we won 4-0, as we all know. I mean, look, I don't think anybody, well, I certainly didn't. I wasn't confident going into the game, but to come away with a 4-0 scoreline, a clean sheet, it wasn't just a win, it was a big statement win. That's what it was. And I think it was a win that we needed, but fans certainly needed, because fans were starting to get a bit disillusioned over the last few weeks. Three losses on the bounce. Okay, what competitions they are? We won 3 games. We lost 3 games on the bounce, and I think we needed it. The players, they'll take a lot of confidence from the game as well. It was the perfect day, wasn't it? The only thing is, I wish I would have been there to do a little vlog, which is really annoying, guys. But obviously, just kind of having to cut down a bit and being more selective with my away games, because I'd love to do them all. I'll get to the majority of them this season, I hope. But some games I've have to miss out. But yeah. Just typical, I missed the one that it would have been a great video as well. But it is what it is. We won the game. That's all I care about. And that was the most important thing. But guys, we're going to get into it. We're going to dissect the game as it happened. And share our thoughts throughout. Player ratings, manager post-match thoughts as well. Duff spoke afterwards. And yeah, we're going to just share everything. And it's going to be a happy stream. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, what you made of the game, and yeah, I'd just love to hear from you as we go along. So yeah, big up to you all. Make sure you do smash a like on the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, on the road to 700 subscribers. And like I say, comment your thoughts as well. If you're watching it on playback, make sure you get your comments in. I read them all and I reply to them all as well. So I don't want anybody that can't watch it live not to feel welcome as well. So yeah. But look, we're going to say a few hellos because we have got quite a number of messages before we dissect the game. So let's have a look. Joseph's in first here. Says, hello, Ryan, how are you? Yeah, I'm good. I'm a lot better after the weekend's result, definitely. But look, the one thing that I will say is that I am not getting carried away with this result, because that's exactly what I did when we started the season at Peterborough and we played so well in that game. I got carried away. I'm not going to be carried away. We need consistency now, and I'm going to keep my feet firmly on the ground, and let's see if we can build on this now. We need to start going in a run. We've got 2 home games on the bounce. One of those games, obviously our game in hand, that was obviously postponed due to the international break against Blackpool. So we've got 2 home games, 2 wins, that we need to be getting, and yeah, that'll really set the tone, won't it, to continue the momentum. But yeah, I'm good. Hope you're well, Joseph. Joshua's in. He says, evening, Ryan. Hope you're having a great day and hope you're well. Congrats on the massive win. Yeah, big up to you, Joseph. Joshua, sorry, 1 minute, Joshua here. Yeah, I'm doing well. Been a nice day today here as well, a bit warmer, so I think it always makes you feel a bit more cheery, doesn't it, when the sun's out and it's a bit warmer. Although we're not going to have many of those days coming up, are we, with the winter coming fast approaching, so make the most of it as we can. But yeah, hope you're well and everything's good with you. Thank you so much for this full time smashing Bolton. Yeah, we're buzzing out. We're buzzing. JK time indeed, Blue Terrier. JK time. We will get into JK. But honestly, I'm just enjoying to see him playing so well, guys. Josh, wow. I mean, look, we're gonna get into it, but look, more of the JK time, please. As they say. Aiden says, hello, mate. Hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you, Aiden, my wonderful mod. Hope you're doing well, mate. And I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing the best I can. And yeah, I'm obviously always helps after a win, doesn't it, over the weekend, to be fair. It does cheer you up a little bit, so yeah. And he says, make sure to smash the like, everyone, and subscribe if you're new. Big up to you, Aiden. I appreciate that. Gosh, blimey, loads of comments, guys, this evening. Thank you so much to you all. It's good to have a lot of interaction. Joshua said, this shows how unpredictable football can be. You lose 3 games in the bounce and then smash Bolton 4-0. Yeah, no, it does. It's just so... Look, this is what we can play like, and this is why I get frustrated when we can't seem to find consistency. What we haven't done over the past few weeks. So, look, it is unpredictable. We just need to try and keep consistent now, don't we? But look, that's football, isn't it? You can lose 3 or 4 games, and you only take 1 win, change it completely, and then hopefully you go on a winning run. So, that's football, isn't it? I guess. JK time. Let's have all the JK times in the chat, guys. Hopefully we have lots of JK times throughout the season. I'm sure we will. He's started the season on fire, guys. Honestly, I'm being so impressed with him. And to be honest, who else had their hands on their heads at full time thinking, what have we just watched? Yeah, I mean, look, it was a bit of that kind of feeling, wasn't it? Like, wow, that is just... It was. No, I was kind of the same. I was like in disbelief with the scoreline, to be honest with you. Yeah, I really was. Another 4-0 win on Saturday will do me. Yeah, no, can we follow it up with another... We're being greedy now, aren't we? We want another 4-0 win on Saturday. But yeah, no, hopefully, get another win like that. Because we haven't had one of those at home, have we, for a while? We haven't had one of those convincing wins at home. And I think that's what we need now. And that, if we can do that on Saturday, that would be perfect. Because this season, we've played a lot better away from home, I'm sure you'll agree. And apart from the Rotherham game, obviously, and the Walsall game as well. But on the whole, we have played better away. And with our highest scoring games have come away from home, like the Peterborough game as well. So, look, we're going to have to wait and see. But it would be nice, won't it? I was so close to my nice said 3-0 to us. Yeah, Joseph, you did say 3-0 to us. And I sat there, reading that comment. I thought, wow, he's very confident. I mean, where is his confidence coming from? And look, you were nearly right, like you said. So, yeah, big up to you. Ian says, not everyone can win their Rose Derby. And a nice little dig there, and I like it. Let's push it, we'll go 6-0. Oh, my goodness, we are getting greedy now, aren't we? With the goals, but we have all the goals, guys. We'll have all the goals, absolutely. But we will get into the game now, so share your thoughts as we go along, guys. We're going to get this cracking now. Final 2 comments, and we'll get going. No, I think I'll be a bit harder than people. I think it'll be a bit harder than people think. Always the little teams that put on a performance against. Yeah, look, we can't take anything for granted in this league, and that's it. We go in there with a professional attitude and we get the job done. That's all. That's what I've always said. We can't demand teams, absolutely not. But if we look at it, we're at home. The crowd will be buzzing. We've been given another boost. Obviously just this weekend gone, so the crowd will be up for it. We can make that home advantage count, and yeah, we have got the better players than them, but that doesn't mean you win games out of that, does it? So we just have to go in there. We have to go. We have to just go into it and just focus on ourselves. Play to our strengths. And yeah, I think always the little teams is more trickier. Some of them, well, a lot of them this season will come to the John Smiths and they'll sit behind the ball, and it's breaking that down, isn't it? Which we have struggled to do in the past. So, look, hopefully we can start breaking this down, because we're going to have to get used to it. Because, like I say, it's going to be a theme this season, with teams coming to the John Smiths and sitting behind the ball, getting everyone behind the ball. So, yeah, it is one of those. Not sure what's more surprising, the result or that we actually got a pet. Look, Blue Terrier. What on earth is a penalty? What is a penalty? I don't know what one is. I'm joking, but yeah, honestly, we're going to get into it. But I mean, yeah, I agree. The defence is looking solid. Yeah, the defence is calming down a little bit now, isn't it? And we are finding that balance, that correct balance in that defence. So it's good to see. A few introductions, obviously. You know, Longvike has come through the door as well. It made a massive difference, you know, in the defence, absolutely. So yeah. Remember, don't get ahead of yourselves, guys. You should take game or game. Yeah, no, that's what I said earlier. I said, look, I did get carried away before when we won, when we started the season so good. But now I'm just going to keep my feet firmly on the ground. I'd be happy with a 0-0 Brum v Hollywood FC tonight. Yeah, true. Yeah. It's the lucky red kit. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the red kit. I've got the red kit on as well this evening, guys. You can see. Well, guys, let's get into the game and let's dissect it as it happened then. So, we will start with the lineup. Let me know your thoughts of the lineup. He was the lineup, guys. So, Lee Nichols in goal. We've got wing backs of Lasse Sorensen, of course, and Mikael Miller. The back three of Longvike, Hellick, and Lees. And then the midfield of Evans, Hogg, and Ben Wiles. And then up front, of course, we have Josh Caroma and Callum Marshall. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, really. I was a bit surprised that he kept the same midfield. I know it worked out in the end, but I was a bit surprised. I did maybe expect somebody like a Hodge to come into the starting 11. I thought it would have maybe changed up a little bit. I was a bit surprised, but look, it works in our favour. And, you know, who am I to say anything? But that was my initial thoughts when I saw the lineup. I was fairly happy with it. I did say Josh Caroma, if Josh Caroma started, I wouldn't have been unhappy. It was a bit of a thing between Ladapo and Caroma. How foolish was I to put Ladapo ahead of Caroma, but I'll never do that again, guys, honestly. But yeah, I did like the lineup, and I don't think I had any qualms about it. Only about the midfield. So the bench: Chapman, Pearson, Radulovic back on the bench. Healy was on the bench. Ladapo, Yarpenda, and Hodge was there as well. But let me know your thoughts on the starting 11, guys. I was fairly happy. Just the midfield was a little bit of a concern, but honestly, it worked out in the end, as I said. One thing I don't like is Longvike. His passing was terrible in the first half. It was either going out of play or going to the opposition. Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, Longvike, it might be a thing of kind of, you know, settling a little bit more before we see the best of him, but obviously has got a lot of pace. I do get what you're saying. You're a bit concerned with his passing and things, but I think a lot of the team have been quite woeful passing, haven't they, lately? So I don't think he's the only one, but I get what you're saying. It is a little bit of a concern, but I'm sure he'll be able to shore that up soon. And, you know, but the more minutes he gets under his belt, I think he'll be fine. But yeah, I get that. I do get what you're saying. I'd like to see Hodge in place of Hogg on Saturday, Adam says. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if Duff will change a winning side, and especially when the side played so well. I think it's going to be extremely difficult for him to do that, but maybe just to freshen it up in that midfield, maybe he'd not want to bring Hodge in because he does bring that energy and enthusiasm, and always, I was impressed with him when I saw him at Rotherham, always showing for the ball. So look, I wouldn't be against that completely, but I'm not too sure if Duff will actually do that. Chrome had 8 flights this last week. Yeah, I mean, look, what a warrior. Absolute warrior. Maybe you should take another 8 flights before our game this weekend. Maybe that's a lucky charm. But, yeah, what an effort from him to do that, you know. So, Joseph says when Herbie Kane comes back, our midfield will look very strong. Yeah, look, we've got a few players coming back, haven't we? Very soon. You know, we've got Kasumu, like I say, Joseph. We've got Herbie Kane coming back. We've got Spence coming back in the defence as well soon. So we're getting close to a very strong side, aren't we? You know, we'll have the depth from the bench as well as the squad. So look, let's see how those guys progress. But let's get into how the game happened then, guys. So we did start the game very well, didn't we? Obviously, Evans played Cromer down the left to defend the corner, and he advanced into the area, but the final defender managed to nick the ball away. A few minutes, 5 minutes later, again, another promising attack. Sorensen finds Cromer, winning field pass, but a defender does really well to block JK's shot. So, yeah, again, we are probing at this point. The chances, we just kept coming forward, didn't we? A good opportunity for us through a free kick on the left-hand side. Evans delivers to the far post, but Lee, this was the big chance, wasn't it? Lee's diving header under pressure drifts comfortably wide. He had a chance into the other week as well, Lee, so he's missing a few chances from these set pieces. I'm not going to be too overcritical on him, but Lee's has had 2 chances, gilt-edged chances in the past few weeks, and he hasn't taken them. So maybe he does need to be a bit more clinical in that regard. Again, this was kind of a bit of a first attacking, phase by Bolton. 15 minutes in, excellent defending from Miller, who nods Santos' long ball forward back to Nichols under pressure from a Bolton player. And then Town just kept coming forward, of course. Miller squeezing past Farino down a dead ball line, showing good strength before crossing towards the penalty spot. Unfortunately, a Bolton man clears. By the way, guys, I think this is a perfect way of describing the game, how it happened. But if people don't like it, then please do let me know. But I do think it's the best way to kind of describe the action with these little pointers. Miller, again, he's found in space down the left by Hogg, and his cross finds Cromer at the near post. Good defended by Santos, however, who blocks his first time shot at the source. And then this was a fantastic piece of defending, guys, from the brick wall, Mikael Helik. And obviously, Dion Charles did start to get away from Helik, but his recovery was outstanding. And he got in there and he got a sliding challenge, timed it to perfection. And it was a moment of genius. Me being a defender myself, it was actually a very, very good thing. It was a very good thing to see, if you get me. Like, it was like pleasing to see on the eye when I saw Helik. But Helik, fantastic. Now, obviously, this was a talking point of the game, wasn't it? What did you guys make of this penalty decision? Now, for me, it did look like a penalty, and I'm not sure why the referee gave it away, because, Karoma was obviously getting dragged back, and I thought it was a penalty. But, yeah, that's just my opinion on it. But that was a big talking point in the half. Now, Wiles, again, is found in space between the Bolton midfield and defence, and he picks out Marshall with a reverse pass. Unfortunately, obviously, Marshall's heavy first touch, allowed the defenders to block his shot. But here we are, guys. We score just before the break. JK, it is JK time. And he did score, and it was a brilliant goal. And, good build-up play down the left. Longvik and Miller combining to find Marshall. Marshall, with a first-time delivery into the box, whips it in. And JK with another headed goal, guys. I mean, look, past the goalkeeper. Look, JK loves a header now as well. So who'd have thought it? But it was the perfect time to score, and we certainly deserved it because we were dominant. Most of the attacks were from us, wasn't it? And they had a few little inklings in, but not much at all, did they? So I think it was warranted, that goal, absolutely. And then there was a chance before half-time again. Marshall down the left again, wins the corner. Evan then takes the swinging delivery, but he's cleared. and Chrome is offside when the ball comes back in. So that is half time. For me, obviously the talking point of the Chrome glancing head did the difference in this one so far. Miller and Marshall, I think, were the standout performers for us in the first half. And I think it was a kind of an even game, even though we were more looking likely to score. I think it was kind of an even game, but both teams, lacking that cutting edge to carve out chances. But I thought, for me, we did create more, and we were going forward more, and we looked more dangerous. So I don't think Bolton really did much, did they? So in the first half. But let's have a look at the comments. See what we've missed. Slightly edged first half without creating much. Second half we battered them. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, good summary there, really, wasn't it? We did. Even though we were getting it, we were having more of the ball, and we looked like, the first half there were a few chances, like I said. But yeah, absolutely. Amazing game I went. Best away day I've been to up the town, Harry says. Big up to you, Harry. I'm glad you enjoyed your day. I bet it was an amazing day. I'm so jealous. I wish I would have gone, but like I said, I wasn't able to go on the Saturday, unfortunately. So it is one of those. Now, let's get into the second half then. We've kind of summed up the first half there. So yeah, let's move on to the second half. And I've lost. Oh yeah, here we are. Now there was a change at halftime. Miller coming off. Hopefully it's not too serious. Obviously, it was obviously an injury, and Headley came on, who I thought was brilliant when he came on, to be fair to him. But Miller, hopefully it's not too serious. Maybe it was a precaution. I didn't particularly see what had happened because I wasn't there. So I'm not entirely sure what the potential injury was. But look, hopefully it's not too bad. So yeah. So not a lot happened in the second half initially, but this was our first chance. Hellick goes close to a Town second, acrobatically hooking over the bar at the near post after the long right had met Headley's corner. Yeah, it was a brilliant idea. It was worth a go by Hellick, and it was a good little move. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. But I did like our build-up play there. And here we are, guys. A foul on Koroma. It was deemed a penalty, and it absolutely was a penalty. Clear dragging him down, and the referee decided to give this one. Yeah, guys, we got a penalty. We don't know what penalties are. I can't remember the last time. I don't know if anybody knows, but I don't remember the last time we had a penalty. It was absolutely ages ago. In fact, I've forgotten what a penalty is. So it was a refreshing change to finally get one after such a long time. Like I say, Chrome was brought down by the defender as he looked to latch onto a Wiles pass in the area. Now, the penalty was fantastic, wasn't it, from JK, who slotted it home from the spot, stepped up calmly, sent backs to the wrong way in the Bolton goal, and it was a really nice penalty, wasn't it? And 2-0 up, and we were in cruise control at this point. Now, Bolton did get a look in a few minutes later, worked Nichols. Nichols hardly had anything to do, but he sprung off his line to head away a ball over the top, so he was very alert to his area there. And then shortly after, this man got on the score sheet, Ben Wiles, which, yeah, in the 67th minute, more on the goal. Town kept a corner alive, and eventually Leeds managed to poke the ball into Wiles' path, who then strode onto the ball and placed a left-footed effort home. It was a good finish. We were clinical. We were clinical with our chances, and it was brilliant to see Ben Wiles get back on the score sheet and I'm sure it'll do him a world of good as well. But look, good to see Ben Wiles back, back in rhythm again after a few weeks, after a few games absence of not doing very much. We will get into the comments very soon, guys, and then, in fact, before that, we did make a double change then. Hogg and Marshall came off, and Hodge and Ladapo came on. Before then, there were 32 changes. Koroma and Wiles coming off, and Jorpenda and Radulovic got 10 minutes plus. That was the few changes. And then this happened, of course. Now, they've got the time on here. It was actually 81st minute was scored. But yeah, anyway, I don't know why they put the 76th. Anthony Evans getting on the score sheet. Now, if you look at this goal, this epitomised everything about us. If you look, I'm going to bring up a little graphic here of how high we were. The press was so high, and there were so many players in the penalty area. The high press forces a bad area. I'm not sure what Baxter was doing in goal for Bolton. Passing the ball like that and straight to Evans in the area. And then Evans makes no mistake, putting the ball past the goalkeeper at close range, and it was 4-0. Now let's have a look at the graphic here, guys. So look at this. This was where I think it was Sheehan there on the edge of the penalty area. He passed it back to Baxter. And look at how many players. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we had 4 players in that box, and they only had 2. So we outnumbered them, and we squeezed them up. And Baxter was caught, obviously panicking, and then he gave the ball away. He should never have tried to play the ball short again. He should have gone long. But look, we forced a mistake, and it epitomised what we were about in this game. I'm sure you'll agree. The game kind of petered out, and obviously, look, we won the game 4-0. Look, it was a superb away performance. It really was. Like I said to you before at the start, this was a win, but it wasn't just a win. It was a big statement win, and there's a big difference because you can win a game and then you think, we've won, but there were a few things that could have done better, if you get me. But this was a big statement because we scored a few goals, we kept a clean sheet, we played so much better. The midfield was doing their jobs, the defence was working cohesively, and I think the forwards as well. The strikers. Marshall. I love Marshall. Marshall is just going to keep getting better and better, and Koroma is in the form of his life again, once again. So, well, Koroma with 2 goals. It's a shame he couldn't get his hat-trick. It would have been nice to see him get a hat-trick, wouldn't it? But hey, Evans and Wiles also on the score sheet. Now this win takes us up to 3rd place. 4 wins from 5 now in the league. And look, we can't complain at this point. There has been a few disappointments over the past few games, admittedly, but I don't think we can complain much about the performance and the result, because I just think we were outstanding, really, weren't we? We did what we know we can all do. We did our jobs. Everybody wanted the movement. Everybody wanted the ball. People were, everyone was showing for the ball, not just stood static. It was a big transformation to what we've seen the past few games. So it was good to see us back to playing like this, because you're not going to win games if you're playing slowly, you're not moving for the ball, you're not showing for when your defenders have got it, you need the midfield to show for the ball. And that's been lacking in recent weeks. So, look, it was just perfect, wasn't it? We're going to get into the comments, because I have missed a few. I do apologise. Bolton defending was shocking, but we were pressing, attacking in numbers, and that forced a mistake. Yeah, I mean, look, Bolton, they weren't great, were they? I think it's fair to say. But look, I think at the end of the day, we didn't allow them to get going. We didn't allow them to find their rhythm. We have to take the plaudits here. And whilst people will probably look at, Bolton had an absolute nightmare of a game. Well, they might have done, but we also, really put them under pressure and didn't allow them to get going. So you can look at it two ways, can't you? Millwall away, Bergs scored it. I'm not sure what you're referring to there. You're referring to the last penalty we had, right? Okay, yeah. Blimey, I can't remember that game, to be honest with you, Joseph. Thought we'd used our penalty allocation in pre-season. Yeah, I don't know. Funny, isn't it? Maybe this is the renaissance of more penalties, if that's the right word I've used there. Maybe I've just said the wrong word there. But anyway, hopefully it's the start of some penalties, maybe. Their keeper died way too early for their penalty. Yeah, true, but I think it was a good penalty by Cromer. Lovely assist by Baxter for the 40. It was, wasn't it? On the plate for Evans, who said thank you very much and slotted it in. Still think the Johnson State has more character than the Tough Sheet. Oh, I nearly said that wrong there. He said tongue twick Tough Sheet. Yeah. You nearly got me there, and maybe you did get me, but yeah. Look, obviously, anyone that doesn't know, obviously, the Bolton Stadium does have is the same architects than as the Johnson. They have the same architects as Johnson Stadium. So yeah, it's very similar. But of course, the John Smith Stadium is always going to be on top, isn't it? Yeah, it's always it's definitely the best stadium. Not being biased, maybe I am, but yeah. But look, I was impressed, and JK, obviously, the club do obviously ask fans to vote for their player of the man of the match, and Josh Koroma picked up the man of the match award. I thought the 2 goals that he took was very good. Like I said, he's scoring all kinds of goals now. Usually when he's been scoring, even when he was in good form, in previous seasons, you haven't seen. It's usually from his using his feet. It's not usually from headers, is it? So he's even able to score goals from headers now, which is just a bonus. But this is just appreciation for Josh Grove. I think he's been fantastic since the start of the season, to be honest with you. He's playing the position and maybe he doesn't think it's his best position, but he's a very effective player up front. Absolutely. Scored 3 goals in 5 games. Looks so sharp. He's just on fire. When he gets on the ball, you think he's going to do something. You think he's going to make something happen, and that's how I feel when he has the ball. And it's great to see him back on top form. I think, of course, you all want to keep seeing more, and in the first half maybe he was a little bit quiet. I know he got his goal, but he was a little bit quieter than other players in the first half up until his goal. But in the second half, he was brilliant and got more involved. But look, I'm really happy for Josh. I do like him. I think he's a great player. And I have been critical of him in the past, but look, he's a quality player. He's shown it. The only thing with Josh is his consistency. Can he keep the consistency? Because that's been the biggest question mark for him. There's no denying he's talented, but it's just the consistency, isn't it? But look, confident, the more he continues to deliver, the more confidence he's going to get, and then he's just going to keep getting better. He's just going to keep getting better for us. So, look, long may it continue, and I'm really pleased for Josh Graham, and I think he certainly deserved the man of the match in this game overall. Now, what I will say, guys, we've been very critical of referees in recent times. And I just want to again, I give credit where credit's due. And I have to give a good appreciation for this referee, actually, because I thought it was very good. His name, Alex Chilovics. I thought it was brilliant. Obviously, I know I wasn't at the game, but I saw the extended highlights, and from what other people have been saying on social media as well, obviously we were there, obviously from the radio as well, Matt Glenn on BBC Radio Leeds said, like I said, he allowed the game to flow. When the ball was up in the air sometimes, coming together was allowed. He gave leeway, both sides. He did for both sides. And that's how it should be, because football should be a contact sport. I think nowadays, it's just so soft, the game now, to be honest. It's too soft. But I liked the flow of the game. I know he didn't give the penalty in the first half, but I thought he had control of the game. I thought he did a brilliant job, and he was efficient at what he did. And yeah, I just thought it was brilliant. So fair play to him. That's all we ask. That is all we ask. We just want balanced, fair referees. We're not asking for them to be biased towards us. We're asking for a fair. We're asking for a fair referee, and he certainly was. So credit to him. Let's go into comments. I think we've been crying for a performance like this for a long time. Best performance since Peterborough. Yeah, no, we have. Like I said earlier, I think the players needed this performance, and also the fans were starting to get a bit disillusioned, as I said, with a few 3 losses on the bounce. Fans were starting to get a bit frustrated, rightly so. But now we've got boosted again. So look, it was desperately needed. I agree. Here's a question though: when was the last time Huddersfield scored 4 goals away? Good question. I mean, anybody that knows, or if anybody can give us a quick Google and do a Google search for me, see when the last time we scored 4 goals away. In fact, we scored 4 goals away at Peterborough. So yeah, I'm a big fan of JK. Adam says not so much his dance moves. So, yeah, I forgot. Look, guys, he brought out the dance moves. Maybe he's going to be making an appearance in the Strictly Come Dancing very soon. But anyway, jokes aside, no, I thought it was fabulous. I disagree. I think he had some good moves actually. He was having fun out there, wasn't he? And at the end as well, when he went over to the fans as well, started to do some dancing as well. It was brilliant. I love to see it. But yeah, Watford away in the Prem 4-1. Adam says, yeah, up the town. Harry says, did you go to the game, pal? Terriers fan. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. Like I said, just circumstances didn't allow me to be there on Saturday, unfortunately. It's typical. The game I miss is the game that's the best of the season. And like I said, I'm gutted because I would have loved to have run a vlog to the channel because I thought I think it would have been a great video. But look, there'll be other opportunities, and we will be doing some more away games throughout the season. But just kind of having to cut back a bit with my money. So yeah, I'm having to be careful with it a bit more. So yeah, unfortunately, and plus the tickets, £28 for an adult. I mean, come on, that was absolutely scandalous. So for me, I just give it a miss. Absolutely class game, Harry says. Yeah, absolutely. Best YouTube channel. Big up to you, Harry. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate that. I don't know about the best YouTube channel, but I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy. And I am doing my best here. Last time he scored 4 goals away was in the Carlos Corbin era. Reading away when we won 4-3. Fair enough. So you've done a quick Google search. Although Adam's saying it was the Watford away in the Prem. But yeah, I think you're probably right, Aidan, personally. But look, we move. But any more thoughts on the game, feel free to get them in. But we are going to go to Duff's post-match comments as well, and see what he had to say after the game. But look, it was just a joy to watch, wasn't it, from start to end this game, And I think that I don't know, I just can't describe it. It was just the perfect away performance. And look, it will have given everybody a boost, like I said. And I'm repeating myself now, so I'm going to get into the comments that Duff said. Forget about that game, Aidan Ward hat-trick. Yeah, like I said. But let's get into it. Duff, after the Bolton victory, he said it was a brilliant feeling. Absolutely, we're all buzzing, wasn't we? It was a complete performance, he described it as. And I have to agree with him. It was a complete performance, absolutely. Clinical, we were clinical. That's what we've been critical of in the past, guys. We haven't took our chances. When we've been winning 1 or 2-0, 1-0, we haven't took our chances. But in this game, we certainly did. So, look, brilliant. We scored some really good goals. We scored from a high press. Yeah, we played some really, really good football. We did. I loved where we were playing. It was back to what we were doing before, and it was more. The tempo was a lot better. The speed of it, and yeah, I was just, yeah, it was just brilliant, wasn't it? Lots of positives, absolutely, lots of positives indeed. And then he went on to say he did praise the defence. It was a nip and tuck type of game. We've done a lot of work defensively just based on the people we've had in. That sort of solidity gives you the opportunity to have one chance and score a goal, not having to score 4 or 5 to win. Yeah, he's right, isn't it? You know, that defence. I've always said football starts from the back. If you can make sure that you cut out, you know, the least goals that you can, you know, don't concede, you know, don't concede as much, you're more likely to win games, and also you're not having to outscore your opponents. Okay, a win is a win, but I just think if you can do, I always believe that the defense is where the key components are to really having success. Of course, clinical at the top end of the pitch as well is important, but I think defensively, if you can keep that, then you do give yourself a good chance of winning games. Now, Duff also praised Koroma. I'm not surprised. He said, Josh had 8 flights in the last 10 days, flying all over America, of course. He was obviously on international duty. And he said he's paid for his own upgrade on a 10-hour flight to come back so he could prepare properly. So that just shows the sacrifice he's put in as well, which is fair play to him. He does care about the club, and it's great to see players have an attitude and appetite to do everything they can to get back and make sure they're ready to hit the ground running. For us. So yeah, really good to see. And he said that's a sacrifice for himself, for the benefit of the club. Absolutely. So big up to JK. We reap the rewards of that. Yeah, we reap the rewards of his sacrifice that he's made. That's what we want. People to go above and beyond. Yeah, we do. We do need that, and we need the attitude, the good attitude that shows us as fans that they do care and they do want to, you know, and things like this with JK just shows what kind of person he is and how much he loves the club, because he's been here a while, hasn't he, guys? And obviously, you know, there's been a lot of inconsistencies, but look, he's been here a long time, and he'll always have a place in his heart for us. And hopefully he's here for many more years to come. Hopefully, if you can keep consistent, of course. Duff puts the emphasis on belief. Yeah, he said, I believe in the players, believe in what we're doing, believe in each other. Absolutely, that's all. The belief is important, of course. Don't let noise affect you one way or the other. No, yeah, look, the outside noise is always going to be there on social media and things, but the players have to be very much focused and manage this management and things. So, but as fans, we have every right to voice our concerns on social media. But I think the players have to kind of, what's the word? Kind of try and I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Ignore the outside noise. Yeah. He says we believe we are working properly. Hard work pays you back. Yeah, absolutely, it does. And I agree with everything that he's saying here. Belief is a big one, isn't it, in football? I'm sure you'll all agree. Freddie, new striker, looks useless. Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's a bit too early to be writing him off yet. He did only... I think for me, Ladapo does look a bit off the pace. I will say that. I think he's not up to speed. You could see that. But he only came on, for like 20 odd minutes. So look, and because we were in a good position, he was able to get minutes, which is a positive. But yeah, I do get what you mean. He wasn't that great, was he? But he does look like he's lacking in match fitness. If I'm honest with you, he doesn't look sharp. And that's something that I will say. So let's just see how he goes. But yeah, it wasn't the best of outings, was it? Absolutely. from what I saw on Saturday. Yeah. Do you do fantasy football in the EFL? I do, Harry. I do. And if you do want to, I don't think it's too late to join the EFL. You can join the league if you want. Here is the code. I'm just trying to get the comment. So here is the code. B6PM1YOI. So if you want to join, Harry, feel free to join us. We've got about 10 or 11 people in, and it's good. It's good fun for sure. So yeah. But yeah, I'll just leave it up there for now. But I'm sure you'll have got that code maybe now. I was going to do player ratings to finish with. I don't know if you want to go through those quickly. I'm just going to get my player ratings up that I've done. But let me know your thoughts down below, guys, though. If you have anything else to say about the game, feel free to any additional comments you want to make. And also do make sure you're dropping a like on the video, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. On the road to 700 subscribers. Thanks everybody for showing your support to me, and it means a lot to me, obviously. So thank you very much. So for me, Nichols gets a 7. I think it was pretty much routine work to do for the most part. About one kind of exertion out of his box, if you remember earlier, head away a ball over the top. But he did well. He did what he needed to do. He didn't have much to do, but he did what he needed to do. So for me, a 7 for Nichols. Tom Lees gets an 8. He did miss a big chance into, for us, but did his job well at the back, and even claimed an assist later on as he spotted Wiles in space in a crowded box at the end of a penalty box scramble. So yeah, good work by Lees. Hellick, the brick wall. For me, he gets an 8. Fantastic defense. Get that challenge that he made, that recovery that he did on Charles, and Charles looked like he got away from Hellick, but Hellick made that recovery and got a foot in, sliding challenge, perfect, timing to perfection. So yeah, big ups to him, and look, he did what he needed to do. He was always there, and I thought he was good defensively. So for me, an 8 for Hellick. Longvik gets an 8 as well. I think it was his most even performance to date, in my opinion. Used his pace and positioning to great effect to really stop Bolton's attempts to find joy in the counter-attack. So yeah, it was really good to kind of snuff out those chances. Sorensen, again, back to doing more of what you would expect from him in the first half, helping us win the ball and playing some useful balls in behind. Spain's got his positioning wrong a few times at the back after the break, and was kind of lucky not to be punished on a couple of those occasions, but continued to earn set piece at the other end. So look, he did well. For me, I would have to go for a 6 for me for Sorensen. Evans, I will give him an 8. I think Evans was back to his best. He wasn't back to his best, but he looked a lot better in this game compared to what we've seen. And I was going to mention midfield actually in a bit more detail. We will get into that actually, because I thought the midfield was a lot better. Played some good balls early on, prompted an injury concern just before the break, was able to get back up and keep playing. Forced a brilliant save out of Baxter with a firm header off Headley's cross shortly after half-time, but made the keeper look a fool. He was gifted the ball late and simply controlled it before finishing for Town's 4th goal. So yeah, got a goal to his name. Hogg, a 7. Let his man past him a few times in the first half, but also looked a lot better on the ball. And putting some more solid defensive work on other occasions too. But yeah, he did a lot better in this game. It's for me a 7. Ben Wiles, a 7. Made up some good yardage, but was frustrating in the effort to get the ball back. The byline kept going. and was rewarded as his ball led to Town's penalty, of course. Then fired his goal into the back of the net from a fantastic range. And so for me, a 7 for Wilds. Miller, a 7. Had a really good first half. Played a big part in the move that produced the opener too. But departed at the break to be replaced by Headley. Would have been on for a higher score had he have stayed on. Had he been able to stay on longer. Marshall, a 7. Again, I thought Marshall looked bright, didn't he? He looked really good. Whipped in that ball in for the first goal. Brilliant delivery in. Other chances he had ended up petering out. Some heavy touches along the way too, but once again, dedicated, committed performance with his work off the ball. And he's a very good player. I like watching him play, put it that way. He's really good to watch, absolutely. He looks dangerous, he looks lively, he's full of energy, and brilliant. Karoma, for me, gets an 8. Karoma gets an 8. Probably, maybe I should go for a 9. But look, scored another good header. Maybe he's the header expert now, all of a sudden. To put us ahead just before the half time. Obviously, he did feel like he should have got a penalty in the first half. I thought it was a penalty. But then he did obviously earn a penalty when the referee did give it. He stepped up for the penalty and it was a fantastic goal. I think he's been brilliant. I think he was brilliant. So for me, Corona, JK, I think we're going to have to go higher here than the rest. I'm going to go for a 9 for JK, to be honest with you. Maybe 8.5. I don't know. But a few of the substitutes. Headley, I thought Headley did well when he came, to be honest with you. Like I say, looked good. He has been a little bit shaky. God, I can't put my words out this evening. He has looked a bit shaky at times, in previous games. Not looked that great, but I think he did well. A 6 for him. The Darpo didn't really do much. Was very quiet. He does look like he's lacking a lot of games. He doesn't look sharp or match fit at all, to be honest with you. So I'll probably have to give him a 5. I don't think he was. I just can't give him higher than that, unfortunately. Hodge, solid job patrolling behind the 2 more advanced midfielders. He did a solid job for us. For me, he gets a 6. Bojan came on too late, and Yorpender came on too late too. So that is my player ratings for this game, guys. Let's have a look. Adam says Nixon says we're in for Taylor January for 2 million. Not sure how true it is though. I have seen that, but I don't really know, to be honest with you. I mean, look, I think the focus now just has to be on what we've got now, isn't it? And look at that in January, but I don't know, to be honest. I'm a bit 50-50. I don't think it's true, but it might be. I don't know. Joseph has got his player ratings in. Nichols 7, Lee 7.5, Helix 7.5, Lomvac 6, Sorensen 7, Hogg 6, Wild 7.5, Evans 7, Miller 8, Marshall 8, JK 10, Bojan 6, Freddie 5, Hodge 6, Headley 7.5. You're very accurate with your ratings, aren't you, Judge? But thank you for those. And you're going for your Pender for a 6 as well. Your Pender looked good when you came, didn't he, as well? So, look, but I think we've kind of covered it all, haven't we, really? I think we've covered everything that needs to be said this evening. Look, final thoughts. Look, I did want to mention the midfield, actually. Look, I think the midfield looked a lot better. I did think maybe it needed changing because it just didn't look like it was going to work with playing the same personnel. We need to freshen it up a little bit and change it. But Duff stuck with it and it worked in the end. So let's see how they get on now. But I was impressed. I was impressed with every player on the pitch, to be honest with you. I thought everybody chipped in, did their jobs, and helped us towards this victory. So honestly, we want to see more of this. and we want to see the John Smith Stadium bouncing on Saturday for our next game, of course, against Northampton Town. Can we keep this going? Can we win a game with a few goals in there? 3-4-0 victory on Saturday would be perfect to follow that up. It would be perfect to follow this 4-0 victory up with another 3 or 4-0 victory at home as well. And then we've got another game, obviously, in midweek against Blackpool, our rearranged fixture that was postponed in the international break. But guys, I was going to let's have a look at the table as it stands. And I know it's early days, guys, but we're going to have a look at it anyway. So here we are. So yeah, look, we're up to third at the moment. We have got a game in hand on everybody around us. Obviously, Wrexham play tonight against Birmingham. But we've got a game in hand on the likes of Charlton, Stockport. I know we haven't got a game in hand on Stockport. We've got a game in hand. So, look, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. It's still early days, guys, but the table is looking very good. But obviously it's still early days, so I'm not going to get too carried away with that. But look, it's been a fabulous stream. It really has. I've enjoyed it, and I want to big up to everyone in the chat that's contributed this evening. It's great reading your comments out. I love reading everybody's thoughts. I think and I appreciate your company. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and follow me on my socials down below there, HTFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter, as I still call it. I know it's called X now, guys, but I still call it Twitter. And you can join the Fantasy Football League that I've got created. I think you can still join others as long as you've signed up before the deadline. So if you want to join the league, it's not too late to do so. We've got a good competitive league going at the moment, and good to see a few more in there. Joe, this is a great stream. Big up. Have a good rest of your evening. Yeah, big up to you, Joseph. Joshua. Keep calling you Joseph. And big up to everyone that's tuning in today. I appreciate you all. It's been great to have your company. And yeah, we've got a week now to prepare for the next game, which is really good. Allows Duff to have a few more extra sessions with the lads, and just allows us to have a more fresher feel going into the weekend. So yeah, we welcome that, and I think when you've won a game 4-0 like that, I think the training ground is buzzing, isn't it, for the week as well. So it just makes a massive difference. So look, we move on to the next game, but what a fantastic victory of the weekend. I think I don't think anybody expected us to go there and win 4-0, and I think we were pleasantly surprised, and it was a big statement win, and let's hope now we can push on with the consistency and keep playing that football that we know we can produce, and not get too carried away when we win games, guys, but stay level-headed here. But let's enjoy the victory. Of course, we can enjoy the victory. I'm sure we've all enjoyed the victory over the last few days. We can enjoy it, be happy with it, because absolutely, But let's just keep going with these wins, hopefully, and let's see where we're at in a couple of games' time, leading up into the next international break, which isn't so far away after all. So, yeah. And Adam says, up the town indeed, Adam. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, content coming up on the channel is obviously the match preview will be out. We're going live at the back end of the week. Probably Friday for the... in fact, no, I might do it Thursday, actually, guys. I might do the match preview Thursday night. I'm going to think about doing some other content like videos in between. I'm not too sure yet. Anybody got any ideas, let me know, and things. And yeah, obviously I want to maybe do a video maybe tomorrow or Wednesday to fill the gap in between the little few days before the next live stream. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Like I said, have a good rest of the evening, whatever you get up to. Big up to everyone that's supporting the channel. Make sure you do drop a like on your way out, and yeah, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments if you are watching this on playback. But guys, have a good rest of the evening. Take care, stay safe, and as always, up the town, Michael Duff's Barmy. Come on to the next one this weekend at home. A double home game advantage in the next week. So yeah, take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon.